Hola, welcome to Ida's Kitchen. Bienvenidos. My name is Ida Lugo McAllister and I am going to demonstrate how to prepare turrón de almendra in almond nougat. Turrón can be prepared with a soft or hard texture. In this cooking demonstration, I will be making the hard textured turrón. In Puerto Rico, turrón is served during the Christmas holidays and it is normally prepared with honey, sugar, egg whites, and toasted almonds. I will also be using edible rice paper. First, we will prepare the syrup mixture in a saucepan while the egg whites are mixing in the electric mixer. Once the syrup has reached its designated temperature, we will drizzle the syrup into the egg whites in two separate batches. I will be going back and forth from saucepan to mixer. The key to making the hard textured turrón is drizzling the syrup at the right temperature into the egg whites. Before we prepare the turrón, let's line our baking pan. Line an 11 by 7 by 1.5 inch glass baking pan with parchment paper on the bottom and each side. I took a sheet of parchment paper 11 by 15 inches and cut a small slit to each corner with a pair of scissors. Then I stapled together the corners, creating a basket. Place a sheet of edible rice paper on top of parchment paper. And set aside. The next step is to toast the almonds. On a cookie sheet or baking pan, spread evenly 1 pound of whole almonds. Toast for 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or until golden. We just finished toasting the almonds. You can smell the toasted almonds throughout the kitchen. Let cool and place them in a bowl. In this bowl, we have 2 egg whites. Let stand for about 20 minutes to reach room temperature. Make sure no fat or grease comes into contact with your egg whites, because then they won't beat up correctly. Let's start preparing the syrup. In a 3-quart saucepan over medium heat, add 2 cups of sugar. 1/2 cup of honey. 1 cup of corn syrup. 1/4 teaspoon of light salt. And 1/4 cup of water. Stir until all the ingredients are well blended and the sugar is dissolved. The sugar is dissolved, so continue cooking without stirring until the temperature reaches to 190 degrees Fahrenheit. Check the temperature periodically using a candy thermometer. Let's check the temperature of syrup. The thermometer is registering a temperature of 190 degrees Fahrenheit. This means that we need to start beating the egg whites. Continue cooking without stirring until the syrup reaches a temperature of 252 degrees Fahrenheit. In mixing bowl, add 2 egg whites at room temperature and beat at high speed until stiff peaks are formed. This normally takes approximately 4 to 5 minutes. As you continue beating the egg whites, the clear liquid stiffens and becomes a solid white color. The tips of the egg whites are standing straight, forming peaks. We can add the first batch of syrup once it has reached a temperature of 252 degrees Fahrenheit. We can now check again the temperature of the syrup with the candy thermometer. The candy thermometer is registering a temperature of 252 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove saucepan from heat. We are ready to drizzle approximately 1/4 of the hot syrup into mixer while beating the egg whites. Beating for at least 5 minutes. In the meantime, place saucepan back on stove or induction cooker and continue cooking until the syrup reaches a temperature of 318 degrees Fahrenheit. Let's pause the mixing process since the syrup has not reached a temperature of 318 degrees Fahrenheit after 5 minutes of mixing. The egg white mixture is still holding its shape. Let's insert our candy thermometer. We need to add the remaining syrup to the egg white mixture once the syrup has reached a temperature of 318 degrees Fahrenheit. Yes, the syrup has a temperature of 318 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove saucepan from heat. Start beating the egg white mixture again at high speed while drizzling the remaining syrup. All of the syrup has been added. Pour 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract and 1/2 stick of softened salted butter. Continue beating for another 3 to 5 minutes. We can now add the toasted almonds. With a spoon, fold almonds into egg white mixture until well blended. As the mixture cools, it will begin hardening. The turrón is now complete. Add turrón into lined glass baking pan. Place a sheet of edible rice paper on top of turrón. With your hands placed in the center of turrón, gently press turrón until it reaches all 4 corners. Flatten the top of turrón with a small roller, a dough roller. We just finished smoothing out the turrón on top. The edible rice paper attached itself to the turrón, becoming part of the candy. Refrigerate overnight. Lift the basket with turrón from baking pan after being refrigerated overnight and place on cutting board. Let's remove the block of turrón from basket. You can trim off the rice paper around the edges of turrón if you want to. Remember, the rice paper is edible. Allow the turrón to stand at room temperature for about an hour after removing from refrigerator. This will make it easier to cut into the turrón. With a sharp knife, cut the turrón horizontally with a width of 1.5 inches. Look how beautiful. We can now cut the turrón into pieces. The turrón has been cut into 34 pieces, measuring approximately 1.5 by 1.5 inches. This is our honey sweet nougat, turrón, prepared with almonds and considered a special treat during the Christmas holidays. You can also individually wrap each piece of turrón with wax paper and arrange them in a Christmas tin. Give them to your friends and family as a Christmas gift. This is the hard textured turrón. I would recommend to cut the turrón into smaller pieces, bite size, if you do not have strong teeth. I am 70 years old, and that is what I do. The turrón is definitely very sweet, but not overly sweet due to the toasted almonds. You can add other nuts of your preference. Qué rico. Enjoy the Christmas holidays with turrón as we look forward to celebrating the Three Kings Day. I hope you have enjoyed watching my YouTube video on how to prepare turrón. Thank you for watching my YouTube cooking video. Please share, like, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you would like a copy of my cookbook, visit my website, idaskitchenboricua.com, and click on the cookbook tab. My cookbook is a bilingual Puerto Rican cookbook, and it contains 42 authentic Puerto Rican recipes that I learned how to cook while living in Puerto Rico. This side is the English version. If you flip the book over, the other side is the Spanish version. Again, thank you for watching my YouTube cooking video.